In this video, I'm going to be doing a finger picking 12-bar blues progression in A minor. All right, so that sounds like a lot, but let's unwrap it. Let's get the chords going first so that you know what's cooking with your fretting hand. I'm playing my A minor chord, okay? So that's frets 2 and then triple O. Okay, that's A minor. D minor, 2, 2, 1, first string open. It looks, if you have a hard time remembering your D minor chord, check it out. It looks a lot like your F chord, but with an extra finger down. Okay. I tell my students anytime they're learning new chords to try to relate the new chord to one they already know, if it's possible, right? So the other chord you're going to use for this one is an E minor chord, O2, O2. Okay. So if you say, oh, I don't know if I can remember that one, it's like your G7 without that finger down. E minor 7, D minor, A minor. Okay, so let's establish that 12-bar blues progression that I'm going to do, and then we'll start playing around with the picking hand. All right, so it's going to be 4 bars of A minor. So we'll just strum A minor 4 times to get the feel of it. Okay, A minor, again. One more time. Now to D minor. D minor. And again. Back to A minor. Now, one time on E minor 7. Okay. One time on D minor. And then A minor 2 more times. Okay. The timing was all over the board for that. I just wanted you to hear how that progression goes. Now, there's a couple of different options for your picking hand for this particular video. One option's like if you're like, oh, I can't finger pick yet, I'll strum. That's totally cool. But what I'm gonna do is show you. Got a lot of reflection. Oh, there. Okay. I've got my thumb and my fingers all laid down on my strings. And I go like this. I go pluck, 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 pluck. Now let's take a look at how my hand is when I'm doing that. Okay, see how I'm using my fingertips to pluck? Not my fingernails, but just my fingertips. It looks kind of like I'm waving bye-bye, like that sort of thing. Okay, so my rhythm, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. See how I put my fingers down on the strings for beat 2? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's what's cooking there. Now if you say to yourself, hey, that's a lot of fingers, try this. Just do these guys then. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You can do that. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and works as well. I hear a meow. I have to go let my cat in. Excuse me. I've got my A minor in this hand, and I'm going to do that picking pattern, that nice syncopated picking pattern with my right hand. It's syncopated because I'm not always playing on the beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and This is cool, eh? Okay, try it on the D minor now. E7, or pardon me, E minor 7. We'll just work through all the chords, make sure we feel them, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Back to D minor right away. A minor. Okay, now we've gotten the hang of those chords, gotten the hang of the feel of what we're doing here with this style of picking, and we're going to put it together. and that 12-bar blues progression in A minor. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 2 more bars. 2 and 3 and last one. 2 and 3 and 4. D minor. And 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and A minor. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. E minor 7. D minor. A minor. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and here I was like da, da, da. I was being my own little metronome for myself there. Da, 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 da. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It's handy. Okay, now if you're comfortable with that picking pattern and you're like, oh, that's easy, you know, I've got this whole full plant idea going, full plant, and I'm picking all my strings at the same time, and you're digging that syncopated feel, ba, ba, let's step it up a notch. Okay, now let's try this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, oh yeah, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and ba, ba. So what I'm doing there, it looks really complex all of a sudden, but really what I'm doing is on the last 3/8 notes of my rhythm, I'm going and playing strings 1, 2, 3. So I go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and pluck, pluck strings 1, 2, 3, pluck, pluck, 1, 2, 3, pluck, pluck, 1, 2, 3, pluck. Hear that flow? It's so much fun to play this pattern. Oh my gosh. All right. If you say to yourself, I can't do that plucking and that picking, oh, there's always options, okay? Maybe you want to go strum, strum, like that, right? So I'm picking with my finger, strum, strum. You lose a little bit of that tight sound that way, but it's not the end of the world. Or maybe you go, okay, there's options. Experiment, see what works for you, okay? The way I go for it though is I use my thumb and 3 fingers and I pluck my strings like that. You'll notice too that when I'm plucking, I try not to have my thumb running into my fingers like that. My hand sits like that. See that? Yeah. That's so that my thumb and my finger don't interfere with each other. All right, now the new 12-bar blues in A minor pattern using our more complex picking pattern number 2. Okay, here we go. I'll go at 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and A minor. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Change. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. A minor. One more. E minor 7. D minor. Once you get the feel of that picking pattern, you can move all over the place. I mean, use it with any chord progression you want. If you're playing with a group and they're doing like, I don't know, the island strum or whatever strumming they're doing in 4/4 time, you could probably have this picking pattern floating along with it. You got your strumming and then you could have your picking all happening at the same time. It would sound really cool. Or as an interlude, maybe you're playing a song and you think to yourself, oh, how could I mix it up a little bit? You know, maybe you want to, instead of strumming the chords for an interlude, you want to pick them. There's a perfect example of how you could use your finger picking skills, right? Or you're playing with someone and again, you got that whole interlude idea. They strum the chords, you pick the chords. It's fun. I'm going to play through it one time now, and just out of speed I like to play. And yeah, just enjoy. Try to play along if you can. Da, 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 da. Quite often when I'm done playing the last two A minors, I just do a strum on the last A minor so it sounds finished. And then you'll see what I do is I strum, I talked about it in some of my other videos too. When I do that, I strum straight down. I try not to go like this because I don't want to have all those different tones happening. I want it to just be one straight tone all the way across and make it a bit more balanced sounding. So that's why you see me do that. I hope this video helped you to learn a little bit more about the different ways you can play ukulele and have fun. Okay, it's not about perfection, it's about enjoying yourself while you learn. Take care. Bye.